What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've got more of a short discussion video today. As you've probably seen if you can read, this is going to be a discussion about the importance of learning a variety of gods in Smite. While having a few main gods is absolutely fine, great in fact, it's also very important to learn a variety of gods as well. I'm not saying you need to become a master with like 80 gods, I'm saying that the more gods you learn, the better player you'll be. Even if you don't intend on playing the god much, playing them for even 2 or 3 games will help with playing against them as well. This is really important in Smite since knowing what an enemy can do to you is almost as important as knowing what you can do to the enemy. Yes, you can learn to a certain extent by playing against them multiple times, you can learn what their abilities do and their general playstyle, but beyond that you're much better off learning them yourself firsthand. Just think about one of your main gods and how much more you know about them than someone you never play. That first-hand experience will be invaluable when playing against that god. When you play the god in enough situations, you get very good at estimating their damage output at different levels, as well as tracking cooldowns, which really helps you react, and play off that knowledge to get the advantage when you're playing Smite. So for example, because I play a shit ton of Hercules, I can know fairly well if I'm safe to fight him or not based on my knowledge I've gained from playing him. I can then be aggressive if I know I'm unlikely to die to his full combo, and can play passive if I know I'm a single driving strike and ult away from death. Whereas a god I very rarely play, for example Hachiman, who I've only played 4 times in total, I would have a very hard time estimating his damage output and couldn't even try to track his cooldowns with any degree of accuracy. Learning multiple gods isn't only useful when playing against them though. It's also infinitely useful to your team if you know what the gods they are playing are capable of. For example, if you have a Mercury jungler in your game, you might be able to call and sneak an early Gold Fury due to his very high objective damage. Or you can know that, for example, Terra has good long range CC that can set up your damage as Ra. You'll often see teammates who might, for example, refuse to attack when you gank because they're unsure, but you know you have the damage for the kill. That could be prevented if they had a bit of experience on that god under their belt. This is obviously more important if you play ranked. While it's still important in casuals, it's way more essential in ranked, because you need to be able to play a variety of roles effectively, and also you might not always get the god choice you want if it gets taken or banned at any point. If I had to give specifics, I'd say at the very least learn 5 gods for each role in ranked, but the more the merrier really. Since you'll be playing a wide variety of matchups in various roles, having the knowledge of a variety of gods is worth the time you put in. Say you're a god tier below on a solo for example, and you queue ranked ready to carry some scrubs, then Bellona gets banned, so you fall back on your still good pick of Osiris, but then the enemy team takes Osiris before you can pick it. If those are the only 2 gods you know for solo, you're fucked. But if you know Tia and Erlangshen as well, for example, you still have fallback options in a scenario like this. This is especially relevant right now as the roles are very diverse and there's a ton of different gods being played. There are actually very few gods in the game right now that you almost never see, but there are a ton of gods you'll see on a regular basis. So knowing a handful of each of the most played gods for each role will allow you to make plays around that knowledge and improve you as a player. So if the enemy duo, for example, is Izanami Sylvanas, an experienced player will know that they might go for a level 1 proxy strategy and you can potentially catch them off guard and land an early kill, but without that knowledge they will simply proxy your way behind tier 1 and then steal your red buff, which could have huge ramifications further down the line. As I've mentioned before, it's not about getting every god in the game to 10 masteries, it's not even about learning every god in the game at all. It's just about learning the basics of a few key gods, especially in your main roles, so you can make calculated plays against them, and also with them if they're on your team. Matchup knowledge is most important in roles like solo and jungle, but it's applicable in every role, and having knowledge of every jungler versus having knowledge of only 2 or 3 could be the difference between winning and losing a game. But that's about it. Thanks for watching guys. This is a bit of a short video, but it was on a topic I really thought needed talking about, so let me know your thoughts in the comments and any other little topics you want me to share my thoughts on in the future, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out you nerds.